What's up? It's Happy JCG here with the 6 scale figure from Sideshow Collectibles. This is the Imperial TIE Fighter pilot, and this is the exclusive, which comes with the laser blaster in his right hand. Alright, this is a cool figure. I love the OT troopers. I'm a sucker for troopers. I have almost all of them until I just got fed up with all of the clone trooper rehashes that Sideshow put out. Start with the base, which is pretty boring, but I mean, overall I think it's fitting because, you know, the figure just is all black and he looks badass on this black base. You know, it doesn't take away from the actual figure. Start with the boots, which are really detailed. They're plastic, but they look like leather. They did a great job with the detailing. I mean, right up to the tailored suit, it's all fabric. Flight suit is all fabric, which is really cool. I mean, look at the little texture in there. You see the stitching. I mean, the tailors, I don't know how they do these tiny little things, but they do a great job. It looks pretty cool. The holster is that faux leather, and it has this magnetized fastener, which is pretty strong. You can see it clipping. It's hard to pull off too. That holster is home to the blaster rifle, which has a lot of great detail. Paint job on this is really good. The metal looks weathered. You see the magazine has a nice weathering effect to it. The stock is retractable. I have it retracted. Now let me attempt to close this. It's pretty tough to do with one hand, but just bear with me and let's see if I could do it. I've tried it multiple times, but it's a bugger because there's a tiny little hole. And there we go. Clips. Boom. So yeah, the blaster rifle has got a ton of detail. I mean, I love these little weapons. I remember as a kid when I got my Star Wars figures and my G.I. Joes, I just like had shoe boxes full of like extra weapons. And now that I'm an adult, I love it. I love these because these things are like legit from the movie, you know, but 6th scale. So it really takes me back to, you know, when I was a kid, which I guess is why most of us collect, to get that nostalgia, that feeling of nostalgia, which I guess is why I'm a sucker for all these troopers, because I was always somebody who, you know, kind of gravitated more to the villains in the militaries of Star Wars. All right, so after that, we have the belt, which is faux leather. I mean, look, you can see the detail on this suit, the thread, the texture on the thread. It's so damn cool. And he's got his breathing apparatus here, which feeds into his helmet, which, boom, look at that. I mean, how iconic is that? I remember seeing these as a kid when Darth Vader runs up to those two guys and he's like, "You two with me. Let's go kill some rebels." And it was like, holy shit, those guys are sick looking. And then they're flying the TIE fighters and you're just like, damn. I mean, I love the design too of the Imperial the Imperial icon, the emblem. Do a circle. Look at that flight suit. Look at the detail on that thing. I mean, there's oodles of detail. It's just, for a figure that is pretty just basic and boring, it just holds such a look at the gloves too. Look at the gloves. I mean, seeing these characters takes me back to my childhood. That's why I collect, you know, these Star Wars 6 scale figures, because I had a whole bunch of the 3 3/4 scale figures, and, you know, I just was always drawn to the troopers, especially the troopers from the original trilogy. And I admire the prequels for the reverse engineering and giving us some cool clone trooper designs that morphed throughout that series and merged seamlessly with the original Trilogy. There's a lot of good design and concept art going on there. He's got a little control panel on his wrist or his forearm. Gloves are really detailed. It comes with 3 pairs of hands, various grips, 2 that are fisted, 2 that are kind of, actually 3 hands that are kind of open, left, right, and two rights that are open, a left that's open, and then the other right hand is a hand that holds the gun. And the box is nothing fancy. It's like the clam case box, but it, again, is the pretty basic, dictated by Lucasfilm / Disney, you know, black and dark gray, with just pictures of the actual figure, which are good because, I mean, it kind of gives you some options for display if you're not creative. All right, man, that's it. I'm just gonna make it real quick. I'm gonna try and get as many of these up as I can. If there's something you guys want to see, let me know. I'll know what. I'll show you the bottom of the base. Pretty boring. Nothing fancy there. It's just blah, pretty blah. That's it. Yeah, so subscribe, comment, like, and I'll try and get some other stuff up. Hope it was worth watching. Later.